The coronavirus is the biggest threat this country has faced for decades.
Coronavirus.
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 You must stay at home.
The FA, Premier League, EFL, Barclays FA Women's Super League and FA Women's Championship have collectively agreed to postpone the professional game in England.
I'm delighted to announce today that the government has published guidance which allows competitive sport to resume behind closed doors from Monday at the earliest, and crucially, only when it's safe to do so.
How do you think it's impacted the club?
I think the word depressed comes into being because we couldn't get supporters in.
It's what football is. Football is all about the fans. The atmosphere isn't the same. The sooner I think we do have fans back, I think football, all sport, will be better for it.
So what makes Crewe special to me is that I've been coming since such a young age. I was born in Leighton Hospital. I lived in Crewe for so many years. I've been coming here with my dad since I was, like I said, 3 years old. I've been falling asleep before the half-time whistle, and it's just such a special place in my heart for this, and this is my club. The best experience I've had, there's so many to choose from. There's that many to choose from. I couldn't pick one out, but I'm going to anyway. And it was the first round of the semi-final of the playoffs against Southend when we won, and we took it to their place and we finished it off.
Oh, he scored! It's Max Clayton! The youngster has surely sent Crewe Alexandra to the final.
Did the security guards ever impact your experience at match?
I've been working here 36 years. Safety in football since 1985. I was in the fire service for 30 years. I got involved with Crewe when Bradford had that horrendous fire, and the reason I got involved here was the fact that Crewe had a timber stand and were very concerned about it. So we said as supporters, the lads from the fire station, when they're off duty, they come and look after the main stand at that time, which was timber. And then I got involved on a part-time basis, and then I came as stadium operations manager in 1992.
As a match day steward, the most important part is we have basic training in managing crowd management, and you're there for the safety of the fans and the customers when they come in until they leave the ground.
On a match day, we start about 8 o'clock, 8:30, and we do all the checks for the stadium, which when we've got supporters back in, we have supervisors coming in and they do the checks for their own stands.
At the moment we turn up about 8:30, and then I make my way to the steward's room, set the steward's room up for the facilities that the stewards have, and make sure all the radios that we have for internal communication are charged up and ready for use.
If we're playing a team from down south, then we get all the information from our police, and he conveys to us all what we think about what's going to happen on the day, how their supporters are, and all that sort of stuff. If we're playing clubs that are nearer, then obviously the support from visitors will go up because of the travelling and all that sort of stuff. And we find out that the rivalry is a little bit more intense. So in the week, we've had a look at that, and we monitor the behaviour of these supporters, what sort of history we've got between the two clubs, and we police that as normal.
Let's talk about last season. What do you think the biggest difficulty was?
COVID. And that's not being flippant because it's everybody. We've had outbreaks here.
With not having fans to manage, we obviously require less stewards. We have to man certain safety areas still, even though there's no fans in case something crops up. And the stewards are being used as basically ball boys to sanitise the balls that go into the stand area.
And one of the other bigger issues was when we were allowed to have spectators in, which was for 2 games. But we had to work out how people could sit in the ground, socially distanced, and in their own bubbles and that sort of stuff.
So on a match day, the barriers are in the position that they're in, and unless you've had a COVID test within the last 2 or 3 days, you're not allowed to enter the red zone, which includes the pitch and the dressing room areas.
The interesting point is that out of 2,410, which we were going to be allowed, the first game there was only 1,400 came, so it shows everyone was still very, very nervous of the COVID restrictions and that.
And how does it feel being sat in the grounds today after being away for so long?
Oh, it's amazing. I just wish that them players were walking out of that tunnel now and I was here chanting and singing my head off. But no, it feels absolutely incredible and I can't wait to get back.